North Texas Soccer Club anticipated being the hunted this season as the reigning USL League One champions. And tonight, they have a whole pack of Red Wolves after them. From Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, it's North Texas against Chattanooga, and it's presented to you by Advocare. Good evening, everyone. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. It's week 4 of this 15-week League One season, and match day 3 out of 16 for both of these sides as they look to keep pace in the standings. North Texas sits in 6th place with 3 points, coming off a rare loss against Union Omaha. They rely on that man, Ronaldo Damas, to get them back on track tonight. Damas, last season, the Golden Boot winner in USL League One, #1 on the USL 20 under 20 list for a reason. Anytime he has the ball at his feet, he is dangerous, and he got a goal in the opener against Forward Madison that proved to be the winner. They will rely on him to keep that engine moving up front. On the flip side, Chattanooga currently in 3rd place with 4 points, and it's Greg Hurst leading the way in the first few weeks. 2 appearances on USL League One Team of the Week lists, and it's because he's got 3 goals in the first 2 weeks, tied for the league lead. That offense goes as he goes, and Jimmy Obleda and the Red Wolves are relying on him to help get them 3 points on the road tonight against North Texas. Now, those are 2 of the main guys we are looking for throughout the evening tonight, but a look now at the rest of the lineups for both sides, starting with North Texas. Lineups presented to you this evening by Advocare. A little change up in the formation. They go with the lone striker up top in Bruce. That's something that Eric Quill has talked about this season, trying to go through a natural number 9, and he has that in Bruce. And at the back, highlight Breck Evans back into the fold from FC Dallas, a big young star in this roster. He'll be looking to defend against Greg Hurst and this Chattanooga side. They run out much of the same starting lineup that we've seen so far this year, and it's all Greg Hurst on that left wing. In the middle, Ami Pineda has been the delivery man for Greg Hurst. Look to him to spring the attack, as this team will look to counter all night with North Texas holding the possession. North Texas Soccer Club, Chattanooga Red Wolves Soccer Club. It's all coming to you in a few moments right here on ESPN+, as both teams look to make their mark on the standings here at the quarter mark of the season so far.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus, sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Sarah's last tuition payment sent off.
Feeling good?
Oh, yeah. Now I'm ready to focus on my project.
This is why we plan. Oof. You never cease to amaze me, Mike.
See how investing with a JP Morgan advisor can help you. Visit your local Chase branch.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Joe Malfa back here with you on ESPN+. United Soccer League, all 47 championship and League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism. Take a look now at the Toyota keys to the game for North Texas. Start out strong on their home field, get out to a good start, and force Chattanooga to play from behind. And for Chattanooga, just a matter of having everybody mesh. A lot of turnover on this roster from last season. And we are underway at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. First touches on the ball for Breck Evans, back on loan from Austin. Still belongs to FC Dallas, one of their most prized young talents. Key cog in the defense last year for North Texas. Started 11 of the 12 clean sheets they had. The big 20-year-old center back out of Santa Monica, California. On the ball once more. This North Texas team's MO, possess, possess, possess. They had 70% of the possession in their opener at home against Forward Madison and still had 62% of it against Omaha, but it was a game that they struggled a bit in because of the smaller field. Out in Omaha, it is the minimum regulation size pitch. Here in North Texas, the maximum for a team that likes to spray it all around the park and possess. This big field plays more into their strengths. It was something they struggled with last year on the road as well. The very few losses they had, it struggles on the road against a team like Lansing Ignite and other sides that had smaller home pitches. This sent long down the wing. Ramos into the box, cross in, back post, cleared for the moment. Ramos again getting into the thick of things down that wing. Working on Derek Waldeck. 66th overall pick by FC Dallas in this 2020 MLS Super Draft. Damas closed quickly, but not quickly enough. And now Hurst in space, in the box alone. 3 goals on the season, make it 4. Someone get a fire extinguisher for that man. 4 goals in 3 games. Has been leading the way in USL League One and for this Chattanooga Red Wolves side. Take a look at the Advocare replay. Ball chipped in perfectly over the top by Josue Soto. And Hurst does the rest. Our key to the game for North Texas was starting fast, and that was the exact opposite. Chattanooga up early. Jimmy Obleda in our conference call this week said he didn't foresee Chattanooga having too many opportunities. He was very brutally honest. He said, we expect North Texas to possess 70% of the time, but in our 30%, any opportunity we get, we need to convert. Well, 1 opportunity, 1 conversion, and now it's North Texas that has to chase the game early on. Eric Quill, his conference call, spoke about dealing with adversity after getting punched in the mouth against Omaha. And plenty of adversity to deal with early on here. When they were going through their game plans, I don't think that they had conceded in the second minute anywhere among the possible scenarios. The fans here at Globe Life Park immediately silenced. Texas looking to finally settle in now. The first 5 minutes after a goal, that's when coaches will always tell you you are most vulnerable to concede. Chattanooga got the goal. They're a couple minutes clear so far, but still 3 more to go in that first 5. All the time coaches harp on that you go up, you get the goal, and then you just kind of fall asleep at the back riding high. cannot fall asleep against this North Texas side with the likes of Alex Bruce and Ronaldo Damas going forward. Ramos plays back. Nick Law tries to get it up the pitch, but knocked away for the moment by Alison. Possession, though, remains with Chattanooga as Jimmy Obleda issues some instructions down on the sideline. Your referee tonight, Hector Hernandez, may or may not be busy in this one based on Chattanooga's first two matchups. They had 5 yellow cards in their opener, 6 in their second game, 11 through 2. Something that Jimmy Obleda wasn't happy with, but he understands the situation. Hurst again in the clear, already with 1 to his name, not a second. Saved by Aviles. Rebound also saved by Aviles. But North Texas in some serious trouble at the back. 2 opportunities for Hurst, converted the first. Aviles comes up big the second time. It's Aviles' first start of the season. The FC Dallas MLS rostered player. Able to join the team and comes in place of Zamudio this week, who started the first 2 matchups. Aviles, the 21-year-old from Dallas, Texas, the 29th homegrown player signed to an FC Dallas contract back in June. Started 20 games and posted 9 clean sheets in League One for North Texas last season. So with him in goal, Breck Evans at center back, a couple of new pieces at the back for North Texas, and shaky early on. Almaguer and Damas on the wing. Roberts, another new addition to the lineup this evening from the FC Dallas side. Thomas Roberts, 19-year-old out of Little Rock, Arkansas. He was a 23rd homegrown player. That's the 29th homegrown player, and Aviles deals with it now. Nice touch on the wing from Waldeck. Rodriguez can't handle it, but fouled by Ramos as he wags the finger going back. Not happy with the call from Hector Hernandez. Take a look now at the injury report presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. So far, still clean for North Texas. Stephen Beatty, Amon Zayed out for Chattanooga. Damas looked to turn in space, but turned aside by Ricky Ruiz. Forward midfielder by trade, converted to left back this year for Chattanooga. Played under Jimmy Obleda growing up in his club side. And as soon as Obleda took this job, Ruiz, one of the first players he targeted to bring into the fold. Long ball sent up. Wafeli was looking to get that one up towards Hurst and Zacharias. Only found Aviles. Again, North Texas settling into their possession style. But 2 opportunities for Chattanooga. They converted 1. Greg Hurst in the 2nd minute, nearly again in the 5th. They've been dangerous going forward when they've had the ball. Again, Obleda talked about converting on the few opportunities they'll get. So far, so good. Evans looks for Damas. Running onto this one, but at the last moment cleared away by Leo Fala. Mangles was off his line, caught in no man's land as Damas comes back for this one. Whistle blown by Hernandez. And he'll have a little chat with Ronaldo Damas. North Texas starlet draws the ire early on of the referee. First player to receive a firm talking to on the Advocare replay. Came in hard to the back of Ricky Ruiz. But just like that, North Texas once again in control of the ball. Long ball over the top to Damas. Flag goes up. Very fortunate for Chattanooga, besides the fact that Damas would have been free to goal. Nick Law grabbed him from behind as if he was trying to just slow him down and forfeit the red card there. So saved by the flag was Chattanooga. Fala out to Ruiz. Chattanooga allowed a combined 21 shots in their first two matchups. Just 8 on target, though. Conceded twice against Tormenta. A shutout victory against Tucson in match day 2. Pineda. Very good left foot, taken down cleanly by Roberts. And now North Texas breaks. Damas taken down, and that will be whistled against Ruiz. Those two going at it early. One foul against each other each way. They'll be matched up against each other all evening. Better get familiar with each other. North Texas, as is typical, plays quick and just restarts the possession from the back. Youngster Justin Che finds Roberts, gets it back. Out wide, Waldeck. Delivery is blocked by Ramos. Back again to Breck Evans. Long ball from Che. Waldeck sprinting onto the end of it. Will he save it? He does. Volley into the middle of the box. No one there but a Red Wolf. Through ball in. Alex Bruce tries to get it onto his right foot. Can't get it there, and Ramos clears again. Man down for Chattanooga. Connor Doyle, the 28-year-old veteran, has been in the MLS for part of his career. Another look at the Advocare replay, see if we can find where he went down. It was right there in that collision with teammate Leo Fala and Ronaldo Damas. He's being tended to by the athletic trainer. 25 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists in the midfield last season for Chattanooga. Very experienced, well-traveled veteran. Won the U.S. Open Cup with DC United in 2013. Then went overseas to England, 23 games played over 3 years for Derby County in the 2nd Division in England. Came back to the U.S., 56 games played for DC United from 13 to 15. Then went over to Colorado, 3 games for the Rapids, 11 in USL with the Switchbacks. Found his way to the NASL with Puerto Rico FC in 2017, and then last season with Jacksonville Armada. Back in 2018 with Jacksonville Armada before signing with the Red Wolves for the inaugural USL League One season, and he's up on his feet. Gives the thumbs up over to the bench. The restart will be a throw down here. And again, as you will continue to see all night, make me sound like a broken record. North Texas, always from restarts, looking to just swing around the back unless they've got a free kick from a dangerous area, whether it's a free kick at midfield, a throw-in, always looking to play out of the back, find those creases. They found one here, and it earns them a foul. Now from this position, you might see a dangerous ball whipped in. A couple of guys who can wreak some havoc in the box, in the air. Breck Evans among them. As Thomas Roberts gets set to deliver. Bruce, Damas, Breck Evans, Justin Che all go forward. Ali Sun will join them on the left foot of Thomas Roberts. The service gathered easily by Mangles. First time he's had to handle. Last season, All League One second team. Led the league in saves, so he does have the claim to the record of most saves in a USL League One season, having that mark in the first and so far only season before this year. But technically, the record holder, something to be proud of. Long ball down to Waldeck. Heavy first touch. We'll see that one out for a goal kick. Derek Waldeck has started each matchup for North Texas this year. They've gone largely with the same lineups through the first three now. A couple of tweaks here and there. Damas, usually the one crossing other people up, is sent to his knee there on the nice move from Ruiz. Walefi now finds space, left side, Ruiz. Hurst calling for it, as is Zacharias, but it's blocked. It's Pedro Alves coming back to make that block. That back line of North Texas has shifted around so far in the early stages of this matchup as Alves is taken down. The lineups today were listed from right to left at the back. Justin Che, Breck Evans, Pedro Alves, and Derek Waldeck. And there's been quite a bit of shuffling early on, and now just not on the same page. Waldeck lets that one go out for a Chattanooga throw. Turns, looking to find space, and they have it now on the left side. Slight deflection off Waldeck. Mangles was just trying to boot that one to get out of pressure at the back, but turned out to be a bonus. Possession back to Chattanooga as they near the attacking third with Ramos on the throw. North Texas so far looks to be settling back into this one after a nightmare first 5 minutes that saw them concede once and nearly twice, with Greg Hurst, the goal scorer, barreling down on Aviles alone in the box a second time. But in the last dozen or so minutes since then, they've clamped down at the back, and they've had by far the bulk of the possession. 61-39. Past the quarter-hour mark here at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Joe Malfa here with you this evening on ESPN+. If you turn this one on late, you missed the goal from Greg Hurst 2 minutes into this one. Dream start for Chattanooga. First spell of possession for Chattanooga. Ramos looks to get the service in, had a couple of bodies in the box. Alisson blocks. This delivery from Ramos gets into Aviles, who had to be careful there at his near post. Was towards the back post, barking out some instructions. Had to shift over quickly, and now just rolls out to Imanol Almaguer. Alves has switched out onto the right wing. Shea tucking in underneath on the ball now. Only player to not rotate on that back line from the initial starting lineup is Waldeck on the left side. The other three in different positions now. Again, all still on the back line, just some musical chairs with Alves going from the middle to the right. Shea tucking in, and Evans going from right center back to left center back. Offensively, Rodriguez, back post, Damas, and his first opportunity in the box. Sees him headed well over the bar. Another look at it on the Advocare replay. David Rodriguez, first opportunity for him in some space to send in a cross. Damas just couldn't quite snap it down on time. Missed time to jump just a little bit. But always dangerous, always lurking on that right side. Eric Quill is hoping that Damas could start figuring out a little bit more how to play as a natural winger. He is naturally a number 9 target guy. Player down on the far side for Chattanooga. Hector Hernandez goes out to check. It's Ami Pineda. And he'll now signal out for the athletic trainer, Ami Pineda. One of the most important components of this lineup for Chattanooga through the first 2 weeks and 20 minutes. Obleda looks at him as the guy who's the conduit between the back line and the forwards. On the right wing, that left foot of his, always dangerous, cutting in. They rely on him to spring the counterattacks, and that was a big part of their game plan tonight against the North Texas side that will possess. Teams are getting back onto the pitch after taking a little breather while Pineda was being tended to. Up to his feet, but hobbled. Obleda certainly hoping he can continue. Already a couple of names on the injury report. And I'm being told now that he is being subbed out. Can't continue. Big loss for Chattanooga and Jimmy Obleda. The attack is funneled through Pineda. Just past the 20-minute mark. He will give way. Ami Pineda out. Ronaldo Pineda in, the two cousins. And Ronaldo Pineda, more of a forward type, whereas Ami, more of a natural midfielder. Curious to see how that may or may not shift the formation around now for Chattanooga, or just put a different body in a different spot, but maintain the same formation. As Waldeck chest down, finds Roberts in some space out of that lengthy stoppage. Roberts working on Ramos. Turf Monster seemed to get him, recovered well, trying to fight for it still, and foul called against Roberts. Ronaldo Pineda, the man in for Chattanooga, came up through the USL 2 program for Chattanooga, the Park City Red Wolves team. Signed with Chattanooga at the conclusion of the 2019 USL League 2 season. An offensive threat that they are hoping to work into a more regular role this year as he develops. Not the way they wanted to get him minutes tonight, but an opportunity for him to show. And for now, it looks like there is a slight tweak. He has gone forward to that center forward role. Zacharias has moved out to the right. And it looks like they've switched up to a more of a 4-4-2 rather than their 4-3-3. Waldeck gets it in. Rodriguez, heavy touch, loses possession. Into space, but no white jerseys in the area. Down the wing, Damas going forward. Excuse me, that was Alves up the right wing. Damas tucked in more centrally. Finish up that thought before Ami Pineda went down. Eric Quill likes the fact that Damas is able to come in from the right wing and be a natural number 9 on crosses from the left side, and that's what we saw on that last opportunity for them before the injury on the service from David Rodriguez. But is looking for him to become more of a natural winger, utilize his speed, play with the ball a bit more, find those passes cutting in towards the front. He's seen flashes of it, Eric Quill, but wants to see more of it from his young star. And this foul will give North Texas another shot at a free kick from a dangerous area. Roberts will again stand over it as they get numbers forward into the box. Thomas Roberts sends in. Nick Law heads away for a moment. Still dicey in the box. Bruce on his right foot. He's on sides. Ramos fronts him. And now Ruiz able to spring a break. Hurst on it in space. Has Pineda with him as alongside Zacharias. But it's Alves who intercepts. North Texas will slow it down once again. Breck Evans. Damas is now tucked all the way over to this left side. Something to monitor for North Texas if that's a permanent switch. In the last two matchups, the wingers did at different points switch throughout the game just to give the opponent a different look. Zacharias in some space. Can't thread the needle there, getting it to Hurst. Aviles off his line, plays with his feet. Three total shots, all on target so far for Chattanooga. One shot, but not on target for North Texas. Got the possession, but the opportunities have gone to Chattanooga, as did the goal in the second minute off the boot of Greg Hurst, his fourth of the season, now in sole possession of the lead in USL League One. He was tied with Jake Keegan of Greenville. Evans to Waldeck. Thinks about a long ball, pulls the trigger. Alves can't get to it before Ruiz, who is looking more and more comfortable on that left side, converted to that left back position once he was signed by Chattanooga and Obleda. Again, the two very familiar with each other, as Ruiz grew up playing for Obleda's club side, but always as a forward or midfielder. Flag up on the far side as David Rodriguez could not toe the line. 3 times called offsides in the opener, 4 times in the second game against Omaha. North Texas trying to find those surging balls in on that back line, and Chattanooga has done a good job of trapping them so far tonight. Already 2 calls of offside. Zacharias chest down nicely, keeps it in to Ramos, and now over the last few minutes, Chattanooga has been starting to orchestrate their own spouts of possession. Down the wing, Ruiz going forward, comfortable there. Taken away by Alves. Damas and Alves, nice interchange. And Alves able to clear. Rodriguez in space. Roberts going forward. They don't have numbers, but Damas on the far side heads in towards Bruce. Cleared away, back in, and now it falls harmlessly to Mangles. Bide his time here. Wait for someone from North Texas possibly to chase him. They've got the lead. Obleda trusts Mangles. 85 saves last year. Point of emphasis, though, was to improve the defense in front of him. He was always under duress last year. And that takes us into our first hydration break. While we take a quick break from the action here on the field, we look back again at the goal that was scored in minute number 2 by Greg Hurst. A dream start for Chattanooga. It all started from Ramos playing it back. Long ball comes in from Soto to Hurst over the top. Che caught out of position. One touch with his right, shot with his left, and he beats Aviles to the far corner again on the Advocare replay. He's got a nose for goal this season, does Greg Hurst. Scotland native. Bounced around the first, second, and third divisions of Scotland before making his way stateside and now making his mark. It's up to Eric Quill in North Texas to figure out how to respond. This team not used to playing from behind. They're going to win possession. They're going to bide their time, create their opportunities. But Chattanooga don't play like that. They get their opportunities, they take them, and they took it early. Jimmy Obleda was honest. He said they might have 4 or 5 opportunities in this one, and they'd have to take advantage of them, knowing full well that North Texas was going to control the possession. And the first-year head coach for Chattanooga has to be happy with the way things have played out so far. What might make him a bit happier is the fact that Chattanooga, at certain times of this, have been able to actually take possession from North Texas and play around the back themselves, taking North Texas's game and sticking it right back in their face. Aviles had 9 clean sheets last season for North Texas. Will not get one tonight. Amos shoved from behind, no call as Nicolau came in strong. But Rodriguez able to spin away into space for Che. Errant pass to Hurst. Walefi, Ramos. All the way back now to Nicolau. As I was mentioning, Chattanooga has been earning their own stretches of possession. You see it here out of the hydration break. Both coaches very much in favor of the hydration breaks. They've liked the dynamic they provided early on. Hurst on it now, cross towards that back post. Too far for Pineda, but he gives chase. Did he save it? He did. Zacharias in the box. Working on Evans, centering ball, but nobody there except for Alisson in a red jersey for North Texas. Both coaches likened the hydration breaks almost like football or basketball with 4 quarters. Chance for them to reset, get some changes in without shouting them across the field and telling your opponent basically what you're going to do. Ball through towards Pineda, and Doyle is taken down hard by Alisson. It's going to set up a free kick here for Chattanooga. Still no cards shown yet, just a couple of chats between referee Hector Hernandez and the aggressors on a couple of fouls. Clean game so far. After Chattanooga's last game, saw 6 yellows and 22 fouls. That's just 22 fouls committed by them. It was also 19 for Tucson for a combined 41. In the box, Doyle of volley, but always wide, never troubling Aviles. Evans on it now. Quill said they might monitor his minutes. He hasn't played a ton of soccer recently, on loan to Austin. They want to ease him back into it. He wasn't sure if he would start tonight. Clearly he did get the start. Curious how long he'll go. Roberts nearly dispossessed. Quill not happy on the sideline. Another chance for Roberts. Taken down by Ramos. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and the many elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Out of possession for Chattanooga. This was not to be expected coming into this one. Even Obleda himself, again, not to keep harping on that, but mentioned it multiple times in the call, we fully expect to concede 70% possession. Has to be happy with the way Chattanooga has been able to possess. Aviles to Alves. Long ball to Rodriguez. Flag goes up again on the far side. Chattanooga playing a very high line tonight. And they have now caught North Texas off 3 times as Diego Blas pulls the flag on that far side. Again, North Texas just offside 3 times against Forward Madison, 4 times against Omaha. Already 3 times through 36 and change tonight. Loses possession. Roberts in space again. He's had opportunities tonight, but hasn't been able to convert. This time, a good through ball into Damas, but Nick Law, a very clean challenge, forces Damas to play it towards the sideline. And now won by Zacharias. He's taken down by Alisson. Folks, Las Vegas takes center stage August 25th when the Las Vegas Lights FC take on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B. Both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC face a must-win on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfolding August 25th at 10 p.m. on ESPN Deportes. Last off Pineda. North Texas starting to build their possession advantage back again. Evans finds Damas. Shoved off the ball, but able to get the ball to feet of Alisson before that. Rodriguez pressuring. Soto wisely plays back, but Rodriguez intercepts now. Chance to break. Rodriguez to the box, left-footed shot. Not much on it, didn't hit it well, and Mangles will say thank you very much. No problem with that one. Take a look at that shot on the Advocare replay. Rodriguez had 2 white jerseys around him. It looked like he might have caught the turf before he caught the ball there. Couldn't get all of his power into it. The 18-year-old, 23rd homegrown signing, Thomas Roberts next to him. We near halftime here at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. It's Chattanooga holding on to this 1-0 lead over North Texas. Early goal from Greg Hurst. North Texas hasn't quite found their offensive groove. Just one shot, none on target. Excuse me, 2 shots now, 1 on target. That Rodriguez shot from a moment ago. Chattanooga has been very stubborn at the back, not allowing North Texas to get anything in on Mangles. Again, that's a point of emphasis from Jimmy Obleda this year. Cleaning things up in the back line. More than 50% of the roster is new. Roberts has to go from distance, and Mangles, again, no problem with it. He faced the most shots in League One last year, 85 saves. Started all 28 matches. Chattanooga coming off a shutout, 1-0 victory over Tucson. Up by the same scoreline now. North Texas off a 1-0 loss to Omaha, down by the same score now. Eric Quill felt his players grew up a little bit in that Omaha game. A lot of lessons to be learned in a loss, and likes to get a loss like that out of the way early. Get it out of the system, learn from it, don't let it happen again. But tonight, Chattanooga made them pay early, and they haven't quite gotten into an offensive rhythm since North Texas. But that could change at any moment with Ronaldo Damas up top, alongside David Rodriguez, Alex Bruce, and the rest of the crew going forward. Very potent North Texas attack. They'll lull you to sleep with their possession. And when the time is right, they will strike. Very opportunistic. "15 shots, 7 on target against forward Madison. 8 shots, 2 on target against Omaha. Eric Quill wants to see that volume go up. Hasn't tonight. 3 shots, 2 on target. Still more than a half to go. Things like that aren't going to help them. May hurt them. Zacharias into some space. No white jerseys with him as Hurst had to come back, and while Effie was offside on the right wing. So Chattanooga will slow it down. Ricky Ruiz wanted Pineda up top. Held off and will try the other side. Soto to Nicolau. Into Walefi. Nice turn to get past 2 red jerseys. In some space now on the right wing for Ramos. Crossed in to the box. And on the far side, Amaguer able to get it clear. Nicolau looking for Hurst on the through ball. Breck Evans calmly back to Aviles. 2 guys both joining the team tonight for their first appearances of the season. Waldeck in space, has Rodriguez, finds him. Flag stays down, back to Waldeck in some space again. Top of the box, clean tackle. Damas fighting for it. Somehow comes away with it against Ramos. North Texas resets. Robertson and Rodriguez play together. Alisson looks to switch, and he does to Alves. He comes back against the grain in the near side. A lot of play around the box, nothing in it, and Chattanooga able to clear. The only dangerous touch and opportunity from inside the box tonight has been a Ronaldo Damas header that went well over the bar, unmarked on the far side of the box. Being told there may be 6 minutes of stoppage time here in this first half. Due in large part to the Ami Pineda injury for Chattanooga. Was down for a while, had to come off. His cousin Ronaldo Pineda came in to take his place. Alves looked to whip in a cross, blocked by Ronaldo Pineda. Still a battle on that far side. That is won by Ricky Ruiz. He can't find another white jersey. Long ball in. Put it away again by Ramos. Chattanooga looking very compact at the back. Will be a tough nut to crack for North Texas. Rodriguez tries from the left wing. Sends it in, cleared away. Obleda fiery on the bench for Chattanooga. He's been happy with the showing, meshing, and growing of his team so far. Has to be very happy with this first half. Not going to be happy with that foul right there. This will be the best position of a free kick all night for North Texas. They were able to whip a couple of crosses in, but those free kicks further back, more towards the midfield. Dangerous area here to whip one in. As Alex Bruce ties the shoes for a moment. Loop-de-loop pull, get the double knot, get back into the play. A few more minutes here in the Advocare stoppage time. Waldeck was ready for it. Hernandez wants to have a quick chat with the players in the box, fighting for positioning. The whistle again from Hernandez. Waldeck, the service. Cleared away. Ruiz got to head to it first. Further headed away by Soto. 3 free kick opportunities tonight for North Texas, all headed away cleanly. Another chance here, whipped in, backside of the box, and sliding to it, but not meeting it, Rodriguez. He's pushing up further tonight. Usually sits in the middle of the midfield. Had a chance there, acrobatic attempt on the Advocare replay. Couldn't get a foot to it, popped up on him at the last second. Younger brother of Arturo Rodriguez, who was the league MVP last year in the middle of the midfield for North Texas. Ruiz floats one to Ramos. Nice flicked on header by Ruiz. In space, Pineda. Down the left wing, into the box. Back to Ruiz, the shot. Saved by Aviles. Unhappy with his defenders there, but cleans it up at the back. Gets a paw to it on the dive. Another look at it on the Advocare replay. Ronaldo Pineda came into this one for his cousin. Good service there to Ruiz. Better diving save by Aviles. Was going for that same far corner that Greg Hurst found in the 2nd minute. The difference right now. Another chance here for Chattanooga on the set piece. Whipped in, back post, headed towards goal, but over the bar. Looked like Josue Soto on the back end. Excuse me, that was Leo Fala coming up from his center back position. Still about 3 to go here in stoppage time. All the dangerous opportunities, including the goal, have gone to Chattanooga. It looked like Alisson lost his shoe in the middle of the field. Had to put it back on there. He wasn't the one on the ground tying it a moment ago, but maybe he does need to get down and tie his as well. Ask Alex Bruce for some lessons. Waldeck in space on the wing. And he will be called for the foul on Zacharias. Kick the ball away as well. That might be met harshly by Hector Hernandez. See that often draw a yellow card, but Hernandez just a quick little chat again. Hasn't had to take a card out of the pocket yet. Into the 5th minute of stoppage time here in the first half. Chested down by Zacharias. Shouts of handball. Nice little scorpion stop there from Eric Quill on the sideline. Looks like he wants to get the kid on and get back out there. Nice little MLS career for Eric Quill. Saw him bounce around a few teams. A little heavy on that touch, but still did well in the jeans to get to it. Doyle finds Ramos. Inside to Zacharias, back out. Nice sliding challenge put in by Almaguer, and it did look like it took a touch, last off a white boot for Chattanooga. Jennifer Garner, the AR on the near side, saw it the same way. Just a minute left here in stoppage time. Can North Texas do anything with it? Try to get into the half with a tie. Have to be careful not to concede as well. Chattanooga's attacks have seemingly come out of nowhere. Quick strike attack, and it was a quick strike in the second minute, the difference right now. Rodriguez and Roberts give and go down the wing. Rodriguez, foot race to it, taken down by Nickolaw. No whistle. Throw-in goes the way of the Red Wolves. That back line for Chattanooga has looked stellar in this first half, and as a unit, they have as well. Forward, midfield, and the defenders. A 1-0 lead here at halftime on the road at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. North Texas shocked in the second minute by that man Greg Hurst. We head to halftime. 1 for Chattanooga, none for North Texas. Back in a moment.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it, my grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Okay, so maybe we're new to home improvement, but we're determined. We got an insider tip on the ultimate flooring destination. Whoa, Floor & Decor is amazing. Look at us. We're shopping alongside real-life designers and contractors. I love this tile. And this one. And these prices? Look at this. Durable and water-resistant. We should do the kitchen next. Oh yeah, we found where the pros go. Now we're unstoppable.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Why do we celebrate? Because we know this achievement isn't just for us. It's for our team, our family, and our future. It's for that final moment when we know we've defied the odds and put our future into our own hands. As the official education partner of Major League Soccer, SNHU helps players, staff, and fans achieve their goals. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
Joe Malfa back here with you on the ESPN Plus halftime show, brought to you by Toyota. A 1-0 lead for Chattanooga at halftime, and now we will take a look at some of the best action in this young USL League One season with some goals of the week. Muller. Shot from distance, off the bar and in. Another look at that one on the Islands replay. Up and over Avisa, off the bar and in.
Vanacore Decker. Through ball head. Elma N4 there. He goes down. Second opportunity. It's in. Conway strikes. Union Omaha. First goal in club history. He's on his left boot. Sends it in there. Flicked up. Hurst brings it down, shoots, it's in the back of the net. The first goal in the history of CHI Memorial Stadium, and it belongs to Chattanooga. finish. What a save by Silvestre. What a curler from the top corner. Oh, what a goal.
It was incredible. First game I went to, it was just clear that, one, the soccer was quality, entertaining, but then the entire event, it was about even more than soccer.
Having this ability to get to know players a little more, you feel a much closer connection.
It's about how we can invest in the community around us.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. George Champus from Northwestern and U.S. Soccer's Chief Medical Officer joins me. Coach, try and describe, as soccer has returned around the country over the past month, the work that you and the doctors at U.S. Soccer and in association with the USL Championship, the work you've put in to make sure everybody remains safe for athletes, staff, referees, and in some cases, fans.
Well, Mike, first, it's great to be with you, and watching the USL getting back on the field is really a special thing. To be perfectly honest with you, it's been a collaboration across, I think, our sport in the United States. I think it's what's been really, while we've seen so many challenges with regards to COVID, one of the really good things is seeing, all of the leagues come together, from USL to CONCACAF to NWSL to MLS to NISA, all of us really banding together as a single sport to find a pathway that is first and foremost healthy, and putting our players and all of the staff, coaches, announcers, referees, a top priority. And then subsequent to that was looking at our youth game, that we as a federation, can we create a very responsible guideline that really resonates across the sport.
Joe Malfa back here with you on the Toyota Halftime Show. A look now around the league with some news and notes. In this sprint of a season, Greenville and Tormenta, the first sides to reach the 4-game mark. Tormenta actually just reached the 5-game mark, past the quarter mark of the season. And a season in which the USL unites against racism, a lot of different displays of unity throughout the league, and armbands, t-shirts, the whole league coming together to stand against racism. And this week's Player of the Week, Neil Vignals, 2 goals in Tormenta's victory over Orlando City B. We take a look now at that Team of the Week. Vignals highlighted as the Player of the Week. Greg Hirsch, see him on the bottom there, was the forward of the Team of the Week and has a goal in this one. The difference right now in the 1-0 lead for Chattanooga, maybe making another bid for Team of the Week in the early stages of this one. Look now at the scoreboard around the league. Greenville won earlier in the week. Orlando City B got their first victory of the season. And Union Omaha beat North Texas 1-0. We take a look now ahead at the schedule coming up in USL League One later this evening, 10:30 out in the Desert FC Tucson. Flip over to that one once you're done here for North Texas Chattanooga, and that Chattanooga team will take on Omaha in the middle of the week, Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Don't miss that, and the rest of the action on ESPN Plus in USL League One. We'll step aside for a moment here, back with highlights and stats on the other side here on the Toyota Halftime Show.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Sarah's last tuition payment sent off.
Feeling good?
Oh, yeah. Now I'm ready to focus on my project.
This is why we plan. You never cease to amaze me, Maya.
See how investing with a JP Morgan advisor can help you. Visit your local Chase branch.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
The Toyota halftime show rolls on here on ESPN Plus. Chattanooga up 1-0 on North Texas. Joe Malfa here with you. A look now at the first half highlights brought to you by Advocare. Started with an early goal from Greg Hurst. Chattanooga wasted absolutely no time. Beautiful build-up play. It was this long ball over the top from Josue Soto. Led Hurst in. One touch, then the left-footed shot past Aviles. Nice little half volley there. It's a tough finish. He made it look easy. That's why he has 4 goals leading USL League One through the first 4 weeks of the season. Teammates very happy with that. Hurst nearly did it again a few moments later. Got in behind, this time on the right foot. But Aviles there, really good positioning from Aviles. Didn't let it get by him, nor did he let the rebound from Doyle get by him either. Hurst, very dangerous on that back line. They lost him a couple times. One time it yielded a goal. This time it didn't. North Texas, not too many opportunities tonight. This was one of their best chances going forward, but Rodriguez couldn't get his foot on the end of it. Acrobatic slide in, but could not get a touch to it. One more really good chance in this half for Chattanooga. Came off the boot of Ricky Ruiz, going for that same far corner with the left-footed shot that Hurst was going for, but this time Aviles ready, gets a big fist to it, and out for a corner kick. Look at the first half stats brought to you by Chase. 1-0 Chattanooga leads. Advantage in shots and shots on target, not in the possession. Jimmy Obleda conceded that. North Texas still has it, but his Chattanooga Red Wolves team, Jimmy Obleda, converted the opportunity they had, and they lead 1-0 as we are set to begin the action in the second half from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Team is taking the field, just waiting the official start of the second half. Still waiting to see Chattanooga back on the field. From the looks of it, no confirmation yet, but from the looks of it, it looks like at least one substitution down there for North Texas as Benny Redzik is warming up with the team. Started the first 2 matches, got a goal in the opener against Forward Madison. First time he came out of the lineup tonight. Spark plug down the wing. Eric Quill noted that immediately Darryl Shore and Forward Madison and then Jay Mims for Omaha started doubling Redzik whenever he had the ball on the wing. Dynamic playmaker that could come in off the bench tonight and give them the spark they may need. He's checking in now. Down with the 4th official, Gloria Resendez. And it looks like Batista is as well, the big center back for North Texas. Lamar Batista. Breck Evans, we see him out there on the field walking around midfield. They said they might limit his minutes, but looks like he will resume playing here in the second half. Curious to see who Batista may come in for. But Eric Quill utilizing 2 of his 5 substitutions right out of the gates here at the half. As part of the new substitution rule, you have 5 subs. You can only stop the game 3 times for them, though. But if you use one of the game's natural breaks, like halftime right now, it doesn't count as one of your stoppages. So the rest of the way, Quill will have 3 substitutions and 3 stoppages at which he can install those substitutions. Batista will be checking in for Pedro Alves on the back line. Being told Redzik enters this one for David Rodriguez. So the young midfielder taken out for North Texas. 17-year-old Redzik makes his way in. There's the whistle from Hector Hernandez. We're underway in the second half. Chattanooga launches forward immediately. Ricky Ruiz throws into the feet of Pineda. Hurst tripped up. It's a free kick in a dangerous area for Chattanooga. They scored in the 2nd minute of the first half, and they have a chance here. By the time they take this free kick, it'll be the 2nd minute of the second half. Will Lightning strike twice? Walefi, Ricky Ruiz stand over it. Mob of white jerseys in the box. Walefi goes for a goal, and Aviles is there to securely grab it. As Doyle poked at that mini rebound, but Aviles very secure on it. Long ball towards Damas. Keeps it in space, down that right wing. Always dangerous when in space. Ball across on the far side. A goal immediately in the second half. The super sub, Benny Redzik, gets it done. Second goal of the season for that 17-year-old. We touched on it right away coming into the second half, that he could provide a spark off the bench, and he did more than that. On the Advocare replay, Damas Redzik connect for the game-tying goal. They wasted absolutely no time. This game now takes on a totally different complexion. I mentioned it. Would Lightning strike twice with a goal in the 2nd minute of the second half? It did. It just wasn't for Chattanooga. It was the equalizer for North Texas. And now ready to go forward again. Free kick here. Chance to whip in across if they desire. Instead they play back quickly. We'll work it around the back. Some new life, it seems like, for North Texas. A lot more energy. Allison going forward. Almaguer out to the goal scorer, Redzik. What will he do with it? Not on the same page. Tried to flick it back to Waldeck. They play out the back. Batista's first touches of the match. Came in for Alves. Breck Evans, we'll see how long he goes. Again, Eric Quill said he may be on a minutes restriction. Redzik in space. Gets it into Roberts. Heavy touch, can't corral it. Now space the other way for Chattanooga. On the run, Zacharias. Batista. Little fistful of the jersey, but maintains a clean attempt, and a clean challenge wins the ball. First real dicey moment of this second half with Batista coming into it, and he dealt with it very cleanly. He started each of the first 2 matches as well for North Texas. Damas first touch, not there, but he recovers well. Still in space, picks his head up, looks at goal, has a go for goal. And it's blocked by Fala. Redzik again. Flag stays down on the near side. North Texas continues to go forward. Redzik again, outside the box, right foot. Thinks about a go. He can't take it because he is taken down by Walefi. Really dangerous area here. First time we might see a shot on a free kick from North Texas. All the others have only been from crossing positions. They've got a couple of dangerous guys who can have a go for goal here. Roberts and Redzik will stand over it. Damas might fancy an opportunity if he walks over as well. But from this spot on the field, might be that right foot. Benny Redzik. He'll leave it. Roberts talking to Waldeck. Wonder if they're thinking about something off the training ground here. 2 left-footed players. Roberts bides his time. Takes the shot on goal. Into the side netting. Heard the cheers from the Globe Life Park fans. They thought that one might have gone in, depending on the vantage point they had on the Advocare replay, but into the side of the netting. Damas in space, goes forward. Bruce can't handle the touch after advantage was played by Hector Hernandez. Pineda goes forward. Hurst can't get a touch to it. Might have been an intentional attempt from him to dummy it over to Zacharias, but he could not get on the end of it. And it trickles all the way back now to Aviles. Che loses the duel with Ruiz, wins it the second time. Roberts picks his head up, lofts the ball over the top. Damas running onto it, flag stays down. All alone in the box, get a turf monster, got him. Oh, he's gonna be mad at himself. Chance to go ahead for North Texas. Maybe still on here, Roberts, the intercept. Going forward, left foot. He is a lefty, has a go on the ground, saved by Mangles. The mustachioed Mangles looks on. Sends this one high into the Arlington night sky. The equalizer 2 minutes into this second half. 47th minute goal by Benny Redzik. Draws this one. Greg Hurst, the goal in the second minute of the first half for Chattanooga. Totally new game now in Arlington. Joe Malfa here with you for it on ESPN Plus, where you can find all the USL League One action throughout the season. Stoppage here from Hernandez. Player injured on the far side is Walefi. Was down for a little bit, play continued. Up and limping around. Batista into Redzik. He has been on the ball a lot since coming into this one. Not sure whether it was a decision to just rest him tonight for Eric Quill, disciplinary, or just wanted to give somebody else a look. Whatever the reason was, it's going to be hard for Eric Quill to keep him out of the starting 11 going forward, Benny Redzik. Some fancy footwork from Alisson, and Che just goes back to Batista. Back into Alisson this time. The footwork not there. Gives up possession to Pineda. Came in early in this one, Pineda, for his cousin Ami, who went down with an injury. Chase here. Aviles just boots it to safety. While Leffy, okay after taking that knock, heads all the way back now to Mangles. A whistle here from Hernandez to stop play. To tend to another injured player, this time Alisson. He walks it off. 20-year-old from Sao Paulo, Brazil, signed this year from Sao Paulo FC in Brazil's Serie A. Quick restart with the drop ball to Mangles. Back to the action. Evans and Batista play at the back. The two young center backs, bright futures for North Texas and FC Dallas. In space, Redzik. This time he has Damus on the other side. Taken down. No call. Still on it, Redzik. Shot from Bruce, trickling towards that far corner, but always going wide. Niklaus shouting at the assistant referee. Thought it should have been offside. Redzik trips in the box, somehow recovered on that one. Able to shield the ball, keep the opportunity alive. Bruce puts it just wide on the Advocare replay. Still looking for his first goal for North Texas Soccer Club. Personal addition for Eric Quill, who coached Bruce throughout his youth. Che, the nice dual victory here. Gets it to Damas in space. On that wing, plays back to Evans. That space closed down very quickly for Damas. Wise to play it quickly back. Possession maintained. Whatever Eric Quill had to say to his team at the halftime interval, it has worked so far. In total control, 12 minutes in. Got the goal 2 minutes in. Substitution incoming for Chattanooga. While Leffy went down before, continued on, but now will come off. He will give way for Marky Hernandez. Turned 24 yesterday out of Anaheim, California. Finds his way into this matchup with Walefi giving way. Walefi, a key player in this Chattanooga side. That leaves them down two key midfielders now. Ami Pineda went down earlier. Walefi now was League One All-Second team last season, started all 28 games. Started his career in Brazil, made his way to the Swope Park Rangers, where he was the only player in 2016 to start all 30 games in the USL. Found his way to Chattanooga, fixture in the lineup here. But again, two key midfielders already gone for Chattanooga. Alisson looking for Che in space, knocks down the fourth official's board there. You see the stoppage time pop up on and the jersey numbers on substitutions. Doyle on the wing. Gets in the middle. Hurst, always dangerous. Plays across. Zacharias in the box. First time in the box in the second half for Chattanooga. Zacharias tries to get it towards goal. Breck Evans has other ideas. Hernandez stops play here to go look at another player down. Look to be Derek Waldeck. Waldeck walking over to the end line now, doubled over. As Ramos waits to get play started again on the throw. Waldeck still down. Tried to walk it off, went back down, and now they're waving on the athletic trainer. All the way down to the ground now for Waldeck, as his goalkeeper looks to help him out. Waldeck, 22-year-old out of Santa Clarita, California, 66th overall pick this year out of Stanford University. Two-time national champion at Stanford. First team all Pac-12 and all Far West region as a senior. Played 89 games in his time out there. 6 goals, 22 assists, including 4 goals and 8 assists in 22 starts as a senior captain of the team. Does well off the field as well. Built houses in Mexico through the Baja Christian Ministries Foundation from 2007 to 2015. It's been a key feature in the lineup so far early this season for North Texas. Help now to his feet as his teammates use this as a quick little mini hydration break for themselves as well. Waldeck off on the sideline for the moment. We'll see if he can continue. Already 2 substitutions used by North Texas, 2 as well for Chattanooga, 3 each remaining. Chattanooga can only stop the game twice. Excuse me, one more time. They've already used two of their stoppages. Confusing myself in numbers here, sorry about that. New substitution rules again. 5 subs a team, only 3 stoppages. But North Texas used the halftime interval to get their 2 subs in, so they still have all 3 of their stoppages for their remaining 3 substitutions. Evans, lazy ball into Alisson, intercepted by Marky Hernandez. Has his space, can't get it into Hurst. Pass behind him. Hurst unhappy. If Hernandez would have led him, he would have been into goal all alone, looking to double his tally on the evening and give Chattanooga the lead once again. Hernandez couldn't get it there. North Texas has another substitution ready for the next stoppage. But a chance first for Chattanooga. Pineda and Doyle play with it on the wing. Roberts tries to split 2 defenders, taken down cleanly, and Hernandez, another chance here, going into the box. On his left foot, Evans does well to just knock it out for a corner. Substitution being held now, but it will be Gibran Rayo for Thomas Roberts, I'm told, the next time the substitution is allowed by Hector Hernandez. North Texas first has to defend this corner. Ronaldo Pineda entered this one early in the first half after his cousin Ami Pineda went down with an injury. Hernandez blows the whistle. Pineda moved the ball a little bit forward there on the corner. Hernandez still talking to someone in the middle of the box. Now he lets play continue. Pineda the cross, back post. Aviles secure off his line to grab it. Tries to spring the attack forward now with a long, quick punt. Knocked out by Ricky Ruiz. A throw incoming for North Texas. But first, that substitution. It is Rayo. And Thomas Roberts coming out. Shea gets it going once more on the throw. Looking for Bruce, holding up play down by the end line. Tries to flick it back to Damas, but does well to win a corner for North Texas. Corner brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Derek Waldeck up and ready again, out to take this corner. With a couple injuries we've seen so far already in the second half. Might be a hefty stoppage time number again as we are just about 25 minutes away from that. Saw a 6-minute stoppage time number in the first half as well. Still a long way to go. A lot can happen between now and then. First this corner, whipped in, near post, headed up. Who is it off of last? A white jersey last. Damas was in the mix, but they'll reset and do the corner once again. Take two at the Michelob Ultra corner for Waldeck. Once again, back post, headed away by Doyle for the moment. Back into the mixer. But a foul called against Rayo, who just came into this one, and he's going to enter the book already as well. Looked like he got an elbow in when he jumped up. Hernandez summoning Rayo over. Gives him the explanation, now gives him the card, and we give you the Advocare replay to take another look at it. Initial header from Doyle. Damas tracking under it, and then there comes Rayo. Got the elbow up in the jump. Just a few minutes into his stint tonight. Officially just 1 minute into his appearance tonight. And he goes in the book with the yellow card. Ronaldo Pineda being tended to after taking that elbow. Remember, he came in for an injured player. Now he is the injured player. But he is okay to continue. Mangles gets it going again. Doyle sends long, looking for Zacharias on the far side, but it's too far. This pitch, the maximum regulation size, but still not big enough to hold that. Surging ball out to Zacharias. Long ball floated across to Evans. Has to work with it quickly under pressure from Doyle. Shea in space on the wing, looking for Damas, and very close to finding him, but Ricky Ruiz gets a touch to it on the slide. The goal for North Texas started on that right side with Damas. He found Benny Redzik at the back post. Battling for it now, and a foul. It's Rayo again. Already one yellow card. That one was a heavy challenge. Looks like Hernandez is going to show some leniency here and just talk to him. came into this game in the 66th minute, in the book with a yellow card in the 67th, and left some doubts as to whether he might get sent off here in the 70th. But again, just a talking to from Hector Hernandez. Rayo continues on from now, but don't imagine he'll get another warning. Another one like that, and North Texas might be down to 10 men. Hernandez pleads that was off his chest. Hector Hernandez, the referee, calls Marky Hernandez for the handball. Back to North Texas. Evans goes back to Aviles. In the 70th minute now, and we still see Breck Evans. Weren't sure how long he'd go. Well, the answer so far is at least 70. And counting. Has looked very comfortable in his return to the North Texas lineup after a loan to Austin. Almaguer looking for options, just plays simply to Alisson. Turns Evans around on that pass, and he's just forced to go back the other way to Batista. Haven't called his name a ton since he subbed in at the half. A nice ball in here to Rayo. Could spring something on his right foot, has a shot, and never really troubling Mangles, not too much on it. Still goes in the book as a save, all the same for Mangles. Has 4 of them officially tonight. 9 shots, 5 on target from North Texas. 7 shots, 5 on target for Chattanooga. Possession tilted in favor of North Texas, 61-39. Clean dispossession there on the backside by Ruiz. Gets Hurst into some space. Still with it now, shifting over towards Zacharias. But the tall, lanky Batista able to keep it in front of him. Both guys at center back now for North Texas, over 6 feet tall. Getting Evans back in the fold. Quill excited about the potential defensive pairings they can now have at the back after Batista showed well overall in the first 2 matchups. Was partly responsible for the Omaha goal. And that 1-0 defeat last week. Omaha's inaugural victory in this, their first season in USL League One. And a foul called here against North Texas. Quill not happy with it. Hernandez now yelling at Shea to leave the ball as he took it away with him. Approaching the second half hydration break as well. Comes in or around the 75th minute. What will Jimmy Obleda and Eric Quill say to their teams? Last moment to make some changes before the stretch run of this game. But still, chances possibly for both sides between now and then. Redzik going forward. Damas thought the foul was going to be called. Pulled up and no foul called. Chattanooga takes it the other way. Pass behind Hurst. Recovered by Pineda. Harassed by Almaguer, looking for Zacharias. Ultimately, Pineda wins it back for Chattanooga. And now the foul called on Alisson. Too far for a shot, but maybe a chance for Chattanooga to chip one in. They pride themselves on their ability to be dangerous on set pieces. Part of that is the service, though, of Ami Pineda, who, again, is no longer in this one. Quick from Ronaldo Pineda into some space. One-on-one chance here for Marky Hernandez. Step over on his left foot. Che working on him, and he concedes the corner. All knotted up at 1. Greg Hurst in the 2nd minute. Benny Redzik in the 47th minute. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. Pineda plays back. Whipped in. Attempted to be whipped in by Ruiz, but only gets the back of Almaguer. And launched forward by Nick Law. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in the spring of 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. Hurst, good touch, turns, fires that one. Staggers Hernandez, but he's able to recover. Been very shifty with those step overs. 2 red jerseys on him now. Shielding it in the corner. Tried for a little nutmeg there on Alisson, but it's just out for a throw. Pineda takes it after the heavy touch from Damas. Damas does well to track back and win it back for North Texas. Taken down hard from behind. Hernandez wastes no time reaching for that pocket to pull out the card here. Ronaldo on Ronaldo crime there. Ronaldo Pineda gets Ronaldo Damas. That might take us to our hydration break, and it does. Yellow card again to Ronaldo Pineda. 1 player aside in the book now of Hector Hernandez. Rayo for North Texas, Pineda for Chattanooga. In this game, all knotted up at 1 on the goal from Benny Redzik. Came in the 47th minute. And it changed the dynamic of this one here in the second half for North Texas. Some words from Jimmy Obleda to his Chattanooga side. Had to be very happy with that first half and that quick start, but not so much in the second half. Benny Redzik started quickly for North Texas. Had to make Eric Quill happy as he takes a quick moment to get hydrated on the sideline and get ready to go back out there and give his team a chance for the victory. We take a look now at that goal that he scored back in the 47th minute. Started out the back, a quick attack sprung by Aviles to Damas in space. Beats his man here on the backside, and then acres of space for Damas to run. Nobody marking Redzik at the back post, and he easily deposits it into the back of the net. Mangles came out in no man's land, wasn't sure if he wanted to come out for the cross, take the back post, and Redzik, all alone, makes no mistake. Mobbed by his teammates, the 17-year-old, now 2 goals on the young season for North Texas. Fans, Las Vegas takes center stage August 25th when Lights FC takes on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B, both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC face must-win situations on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfolding August 25th at 10 p.m. on ESPN Deportes. And fans, don't quite leave us here yet, as we've got at least 15 more minutes to go in a close one between North Texas and Chattanooga, all knotted up at 1. Chances for both sides, a game that still hangs in the balance. But you can also find on ESPN Plus more League One action out in the desert. The late night League One fun. FC Tucson hosting Union Omaha. That game in the 10th minute, still scoreless. Waldeck sends in, looking for Damas. Headed up into the air by Nick Law, and then a shove in the back from Redzik. Whistled by Hernandez. $11 and change to go of the 90. Again, with a slew of injuries here in the second half. You imagine another big number will be shown up on that stoppage time board. We saw 6 in the first half. It's got to be in that neighborhood again, you figure, here in the second half. Ramos gets it back into play. Soto the assist on the goal. Scored by Greg Hurst in the 2nd minute. Just plays out wide now. Doyle loses possession. Redzik tries to go through some traffic, but can't find his way through. Does earn the throw. Ramos and Almaguer have a little spat on the far side as Ramos tried to take the ball away. Waldeck had another one anyway, and play resumes. Couple of substitutions getting ready to come in for Chattanooga. Next stoppage. In the 80th now. Long ball from Breck Evans on the wing, finds Redzik in space. Waldeck with him, as is Rayo. He finds Rayo, and Nikolov finds him to poke it out for a throw. Looks like we will see those substitutions now for Chattanooga. Jonathan Ricketts. Alexi Jaimes checking in. Ricardo Zacharias coming out, as is Jason Ramos for Chattanooga. Again, that's Ricketts in for Ramos. Jaimes in as well. And he makes the change with Zacharias. Jaimes into the top line. Ricketts slots in on the back for Chattanooga. Looking to keep that defense strong down the stretch here. They've been really good all night. Only that really one very dangerous opportunity for North Texas, and they converted on it. Obleda very happy in the early stages of the season with how this back line has defended after they really struggled to keep shots away from Alex Mangels last season. Part of the reason that he was able to have a league-high 85 saves. It's good to have a goalkeeper making those saves, but it also means you're allowing a lot of shots, and it was one of the first things Jimmy Obleda addressed when he took over this Chattanooga side in the offseason. Dispossession here, but Hernandez does well to win it back. North Texas also snuck in a substitution at that stoppage. Colin Smith checked in. Alex Bruce checked out on the top line. Hernandez felt that Che took too much space on that throw. He'll make him do it again. No problems with the throw this time. Gets it into Damas. Playing back to goal, holding up. And the whistle goes against Chattanooga, I believe. Shea looked unsure of whether to throw it in or put it down. He throws it in. That was the right thing to do because we got no stoppage from Hector Hernandez. And now North Texas resets out of the back. 7 minutes left of the 90. How much stoppage time will we see? Again, will be probably a hefty number with the injuries we've seen in the second half. Redzik trying to weave his way through. Knocked out for North Texas throw. Four subs made by either side. And North Texas is poised to make that final sub at the next stoppage. Sent in. Smith, first action of the game, and can't quite get a good touch to it as Mangels is off his line. Philip Ponder at midfield, awaiting his opportunity to check in. Smith giving chase here and can't keep it alive. Chattanooga has had one issue already this year in which they conceded late. In their opener against Tormenta, they were up 2-1, and Tormenta was able to tie in the 91st minute. That substitution was Ponder for Allison, now official. That late concession of the goal is one of the things Jimmy Obleda is most irritated about in the early season for Chattanooga. He looks on, hoping his team avoids that fate once again tonight. Again, that was 90+1 Danny Jackson for Tormenta to tie that one in the opener. This one flicked out on the far side. Smith lets it go out for a throw off the head of Ricky Ruiz. Nick Law takes it down and boots it. If you're Chattanooga, you want 3, but you're happy with 1. It would put them in a tie with Tormenta in second place at 5 points. Tormenta fell tonight to Fort Lauderdale, the inaugural win for Fort Lauderdale CF. Anytime you can get a point on the road against North Texas, you've got to be happy with that. Of course, you want 3, but a very tough team to beat on the road. It was that way last year at Toyota Stadium, and this year at Globe Life Park. 1 game, 1 victory. They continued that home success. They don't drop many in Texas. Again, North Texas came into this one in 6th place with 3 points. Last year's champions. Smith takes it into the box, poked away by Ruiz. Smith wins it back. A chance to send in a cross. He does. Center of the box, headed to the far post. Off that post and in. Benny Redzik does it again. The 17-year-old now with 3 goals on the season, 2 on the night, and North Texas goes ahead 2-1. Look at the Advocare replay. Smith does well to keep this one alive after it's poked away by Ruiz and Jaimes. Sends it across while off balance. Redzik does the rest. And North Texas Soccer Club on top at home with the late goal. It's Chattanooga now who has to chase and get the goal back. Chipped in, knotted down for Hurst. In the box, Hernandez, the shot in the back of the net. How's that for an answer? Coaches talk about it all the time. The first 5 after a goal is when you're most vulnerable. Well, this one took not even 20 seconds on the Advocare replay. Hurst into Hernandez, beats Aviles. And this game, all of a sudden, once again, knotted back up at 2. Three of the 4 goals scored tonight by substitutes. Redzik came in at half, got 2 for North Texas. Hernandez came in later on in the second half, and he knots things up. How many more twists and turns are there in this one? 1.5 minutes to go of the 90. And again, a hefty stoppage time incoming as well. Breck Evans on it. So much for the minutes restrictions. We were told he might be on tonight, going to go the full 90. He looks very comfortable for North Texas. They have to be very happy to have him back. Foul here, they play quickly. Redzik, 2 goals already, sitting on the hat trick. At this stage of the game, if he were to get that hat trick, you imagine it would send North Texas to a victory. But then again, it only took Chattanooga 20 seconds to respond this last time. Ponder can't quite get it to Smith. Launched forward by Chattanooga. Aviles sprays it out wide. Batista handles, looks forward, plays back. Marky Hernandez, not quite a birthday goal for him. His birthday was yesterday, but a nice present for his teammates and head coach Jimmy Obleda, tying this one up seconds after North Texas took the late lead. Four minutes of stoppage time. Redzik launches forward. Smith looking to get on the end of it. Ruiz shields him off. They collide. And the call is a goal kick. Three and a half to go in the Advocare stoppage time. Bengals set to get it back into play. Whistle blows against Chattanooga. Fans follow North Texas SC and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. And once we reach the conclusion of this one, still potentially a few twists and turns in store after what we just saw. Head over to FC Tucson against Union Omaha. Just started 10:30 out in the desert. First home match of the season for FC Tucson. Things heating up still here down the stretch in Texas as well. Foul called here on the sideline. Chattanooga not committing too many numbers into the box, just two. Hurst and Pineda, that's it. A sea of 5 red jerseys over there. Hernandez delivers. Aviles gathers easily. If that tells us anything, it might be that Chattanooga's content to just see through for a draw here. That free kick in a very dangerous area to whip in across, but they don't want to get caught out the back. Only sent 2 players forward. Sent forward to Hernandez, taken down by Che. And Hector Hernandez reaching for the pocket. Rayo gets the second yellow in that first exchange. Thought the card was coming out of the pocket for Che on the tactical foul. It still might be given to Che as well, but Rayo sent off. And now in the last few minutes of this one, with potentially a minute or two of extra stoppage added after this stoppage for the red card, Chattanooga has a chance, albeit a small chance, only a couple minutes remaining, to do something up a man. As soon as Hernandez reached for the pocket, thought it was going to be for Che. It's for Rayo instead, and it's his second. A minute left of the 4. Maybe Hector Hernandez adds another after that stoppage. Can Chattanooga do anything with it? Or are we destined for a 2-2 draw here in Arlington, Texas? Long ball forward. Jaimez saves it from going out. Keeps the attack alive for Chattanooga. In the corner, a battle, and it's out on North Texas. "20 seconds remaining of the initial 4 given. Hurst, fancy footwork in the box, all alone, goes down, no call, wagged away immediately by Hernandez, and the shot put on by Pineda. Catches Aviles by surprise, but still makes the save. And now Marky Hernandez goes in the book. We're harassing Aviles on the end of that one. We're past the 4 minutes given. Is there a chance either way remaining in this one? Throw for North Texas. And that'll do it. Hector Hernandez blows the final whistle. A 2-2 draw the final here in North Texas. Plenty of action in that second half. Started with a Benny Redzik goal a couple minutes in. He gave them a late lead, and just 20 seconds later, Chattanooga responds, and they tie it up at 2. Back with highlights and stats in a moment here on ESPN+.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Sarah's last tuition payment sent off.
Feeling good?
Oh, yeah. Now I'm ready to focus on my project.
This is why we plan. You never cease to amaze me, Mike.
See how investing with a JP Morgan advisor can help you. Visit your local Chase branch.
Joe Malfa back here with you on ESPN+. Your Globe Life man of the match is Benny Redzik for North Texas. 2 goals in the second half after coming on as a halftime substitute. Redzik scored in the 47th, wasted no time after coming on. Damas took it down the wing, in space, all alone on the far side waiting for it. Benny Redzik tied it up initially at 1. His second goal of the season, this one was, for the young 17-year-old star for North Texas, a budding star that is, making early positive impressions on head coach Eric Quill. The second came in the 87th. Colin Smith the cross, Redzik the header off the post and in past a diving Alex Mangels. But it wasn't enough, as we'll take a look at the rest of the highlights as Chattanooga tied it up then afterwards. A 2-2 draw here at Globe Life Park. Highlights brought to you by Advocare. We get started way back at the beginning, way back. Second minute of the game. Soto finds Hurst, one touch, left-footed half volley, past Aviles for the goal. Gave them the 1-0 lead right out of the chutes. And Hurst, that's goal number 4 for him on the season. Leading the league has Jake Keegan of Greenville. And now the man you're about to see once again, Benny Redzik, on his heels with 3 goals. Damas goes across to Redzik. There's that first goal again. Header off the post and in once again. Benny Redzik, your Globe Life man of the match. See him again on the Advocare highlights, but it wasn't enough to get North Texas the victory, because right after that goal, right off the kickoff, this ball chipped in, headed down to Hurst, through ball to Hernandez, made no mistake. Slight touch to it by Aviles, not enough to keep Marky Hernandez off the score sheet and keep the 3 points for North Texas. They share the points, 1 apiece. And we take a look now at the Chase full-time final stats. 2 goals apiece, 10 shots apiece, 7 on target for Chattanooga, 6 for North Texas. Very even match in terms of the offensive output. Possession went North Texas's way, and both teams share a point as there is a race in the standings, tightening up in the middle of the pack. These teams take a point each towards their season total. That'll do it for us here on ESPN+. For all our broadcast crew, Joe Malfa signing off from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. 2-2 your final score. The goals from Greg Hurst and Marky Hernandez for Chattanooga, 2 for Benny Redzik for North Texas. You can find more USL League One action on ESPN Plus now. Head over to FC Tucson against Union Omaha. A great matchup here tonight at Globe Life Park. Neither team able to come away with the 3 they wanted. They'll take the 1 they get. And it's tightening up in the standings in the young USL League One season. Thank you and good night from Arlington, Texas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.